back to this week's edition of Brownie Points. Brownie, how are we doing today?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Recovered from earlier. Big time series this weekend on the road at Florida Southern. You guys come into this one winning 17 straight in the league. Things didn't start out that way. Was there one point in the year, whether it's in practice, a certain game, a certain leader on the team that really turned the tides there for you guys?
You know, I think a lot of it had to do with shuffling the lineup and trying to find the right mix for us. You know, and this team was the way you originally engineered and build it isn't usually the way it finishes. You know, and I really point to Jeff Sear at second base and Nate Chevalier in left field. I think really solidified that lineup.
The first official regional rankings came out just yesterday, sitting solidly in fourth. What are your thoughts on that? We still got a couple weeks to go, things shake up, but otherwise, very good position.
You know, it's a strong position to be in, and you know, to be ranked is very important at this point in time. Obviously, there's fewer holes now than there was in the past in the way they do it. So, you know, having a late part of the season, being propped up there is a good thing, but I mean, we got some really good teams that we got to play in the next couple of weeks, and so you know, I'm just looking at us, you know, winning series.
Friday night opener tomorrow in Lakeland at 6 p.m. A number of SSC Player of the Year candidates. You got Logan Browning on their side, Dylan Harris, Andrew Liberty for us. How excited are you guys to get this thing rolling?
Yeah, I think the excitement level for the players on both sides will be high, you know, and I think just when you get to play really good programs, there's just a mutual respect, you know, from the players, from the coaches, and an excitement of just seeing some really good baseball.
It'll be tough, obviously, good opponent on the road, but how big is it if you guys are able to get 2 or 3 in terms of your confidence moving forward and knowing that you not only have the pieces to compete in the region, but get back to a College World Series?
Yeah, well, you know, our first goal is to win a conference, and to win the Sunshine State Conference, it's very difficult, man, and it's been dominated by Tampa. It's been dominated by Florida Southern in the history of the league. And I think that we're in a very strong position, you know, so in order to achieve that goal, we need to go win a series, and, you know, probably need some help down the road also, but at the end of the day, I think that's our first and foremost, is that we need to keep winning conference games so that we can hopefully put ourselves in a position to hoist the trophy.
College baseball Division I obviously gets the limelight majority of the time, but you've got perfect game poll this week. We're coming at 8, Florida Southern at 1. What does a big time series like this mean in terms of showing the quality of Division II as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, just the baseball quality, especially in the Sunshine State Conference, is so strong, and then when you look out regionally at the really top end teams, there's great baseball. I mean, that's why we see Major League Baseball taking notice, and I think that I've seen such an influx in attendance over our games, and I think that's a great thing. Obviously, stream reviews. It's something where I think that we have arrived at a place where people understand the brand of baseball that we have. It's a quality brand, and they want to come see, learn from it, and be a part of it and root the guys on. We're fortunate to do what we do. This is a kid's game, and we get to do it and get education, you know, here on exam week, you know, as you can see, as exhibited by Liberty and Gallo. You know, I think that it's very important that we continue to leave this jersey in a better place, and I think that the caliber of play has just increased year after year.
Guy that was a big factor last year, Devin Meyer, slowly been making his way back. Expect him to see him some bit this weekend. What are you expecting? What kind of role is he going to play?
Yeah, I think that, I mean, obviously we'd love to build him back up. I mean, he was a starter for his whole, you know, career for us, but yeah, I think that we just have to continue to work him slow, and over the next couple of weeks, hopefully we build him up so that he's another weapon for us.
And finally, last question, exam week, like we mentioned. Favorite and least favorite class from back in the day?
Oh shoot, my favorite class was U.S. Studies, and it was because I had a Professor Pickering, who he could recite, it felt like, the entire United States history off the top of his head, and for some reason I found him really engaging. And my least favorite was chemistry, and I just not my cup of tea.
Yeah. Well, Shark fans, that's all we've got this week in the Brownie Points. Tune in tomorrow night, first pitch at 6 p.m. NSUSharks.com, or follow on Twitter at NSU_baseball.